Hello again and welcome to Watch, Build, and Design. Today we're making the Gatsby project. I'm your host, Tappy McJohnston. So let's get right into the build. We're going to need some watch cases, getting some spray paint, in this case burgundy, a Dremel 3000, double-sided mount for sticking the movement to the dial, and a sterile watch face, so an unmarked face. And this one was a little bit big, so I actually had to Dremel off a millimeter of it to reduce it from 29.5 to 28.5 millimeters to fit the case. Now we're going to spray the watch face. You're going to want to give it at least 2 coats far away from about a foot away and let it dry overnight. Otherwise it's going to get tacky like your mom's purse. We're using a Miyota 2035. There's the double strip, and we'll put the glue on there. Now you want to center your dial and stick it firmly with the hands post centered out. And check your 3 o'clock position. Make sure your dial hole is where, or your stem hole is where you want it. Now we're going to need a hands press to put the hands down, and then just lay first the hour, and then press that sucker on there. There's the hands press. Get it nice and solid. Do the same with the minutes hand. Now because this is a classic design, we're only going to do 2 hands. You want to line them up together on the 12 o'clock position. Now you're going to need to release the stem again for assembly. The stem release is always right next to the stem hole. It's usually a little push lever. Alright, now I'm going to attempt to lock the stem back in using one hand, and as you see, that's just not going to work. So I have to hold it there, turn the camera off, clip the stem in, but after I do that I find out I have way too much stem. I can't have all that stem sticking out. Look at that crown, it's way out there. That's ridiculous. So, what do? The watch is nice, the stem's too big. Well, grip the stem with some needle nose pliers. You're going to have to take off the crown, get a good grip on there, and you're going to want to turn the crown counterclockwise to remove it. So just grip it real good. Get that crown off of there. Now all that excess stem, make sure that the stem itself is in the first position. That means pushed in to the movement as far as it can go. There we go, push that in. And you're going to get a pair of clippers, a nice pair of clippers, and you want to clip off all of that excess stem. Just get it right off of there. Now you want to be careful to measure the correct amount. And it comes off with a satisfying little snap. There you go, less stem, mo better. And of course now we're going to have to replace that crown. So you want to just hold on again and move it clockwise and really tighten it on there good. Because the crown has to create a seal with the case if you want it to be water resistant at all. And there's a rubber gasket in the crown, so that's going to assist. As long as the crown is depressed, then you'll be somewhat water resistant. Alright, now to put the movement back into the case, I'm going to have to again remove the stem, which means depressing the stem release, that little spot by the hole. And this can be tricky. You need a very tiny tip. I'm using a band tool there. And then get your spacer inside, get your assembly done, and put the case back on. Now assembly is essentially done at this point. We have a nice, beautiful watch. I'm going to be using an 18mm lizard band with spring bars. And there we go. The final project is the Gatsby. That's the Gatsby watch. Thank you everyone for joining me. If you like this, please subscribe.